Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell from the title of today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys all the books that I've read in the month of May and June. I didn't read all that much, honestly. To be quite honest, I've been in like a 6-month long reading slump, and the last 2 months has actually been the most that I've read all this year, and I am so behind on my Goodreads goal. My Goodreads goal this year was to have 100 books read, and I've only read 11, so we might have to revisit that goal. Before we get into today's video, I do want to thank today's sponsor of the video. Book of the Month is sponsoring today's video. As always, you guys know I love them. I work with them so much. If you guys are new to Book of the Month and you have no clue what Book of the Month is, it is a monthly subscription box where the employees pick a curated selection of books for us to pick from new authors, new releases, early releases, anything, you name it, they've got it pretty much. And one of the best things about Book of the Month is you get these books as hardcover books for a fraction of the price of what you would pay in stores. Another awesome thing about Book of the Month is, unlike other subscription boxes, Book of the Month allows you to skip any month that you want and they won't charge you. Let me show you guys the books that Book of the Month sent me for this month, because I'm actually so excited about these. The one that they sent me in the box is, I got Dark Corners by Megan Golden. Also, the cover is so cool. I've never had a cover like this before. And the other book that they sent me is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I have heard such amazing things about Riley Sager as an author. Haley Pham raves about her, so I am very excited to try this one. This will be my first Riley Sager book. So if you guys also have any other Riley Sager recommendations, leave them in the comments below. You guys know I'm a murder mystery girl through and through. They also always include a little bookmark in every single package. Mine says I'm in my villain era. This is so cute. If you guys are interested in signing up for Book of the Month, they're running a special offer right now for the month of July. You can get your first book for $9.99 when you use the word firework at checkout. So if you guys are interested in signing up with Book of the Month and getting some amazing hardcover books for a fraction of the price, all the information is going to be down in the description box below. Thank you, Book of the Month, for sponsoring today's video, but let's get on with all the books that I've read. Okay, so the first book that I want to talk about is The Half of It by Madison Beer. This is Madison Beer's memoir, and it was honestly so amazing, and I feel like the message that Madison had behind this whole entire book was just phenomenal. I have a lot of quotes that I actually posted on my Instagram from this book. One of them was on my feed, and I don't know, she talks a lot about her journey with music, and also like her journey as like a kid dealing with online hate and her private photos being leaked, and it was honestly like heartbreaking to hear about how a 14-year-old girl had to go through all of this stuff, and she wasn't treated as the victim, she was treated as like the issue pretty much. And I feel like she did an amazing job talking about that and how misogynistic it was. It was seriously just amazing. So I highly recommend you guys read this if you're into memoirs or if you're into the topic of mental health. Fair warning, definitely look up the trigger warnings of this, because it talks about sexual assault and sexual harassment and stuff like that. So I would definitely look up the trigger warnings of obviously any book that you guys read, but this was seriously so good. I highly recommend reading it. I ended up giving this one 4 stars, which I feel like is a pretty high rating, and I still think about this book all the time, like just the message that it had behind it. If you guys watched one of my vlogs a few weeks ago, you guys will know that I talked a little bit about this in that video. The next book that I read for the month of May, I believe it was, I read Happy Place by Emily Henry. It was also my first Emily Henry book too, and oh my god, it was so freaking good. Just the way that she like wrote this book, the banter between the characters was also like top notch, chef's kiss. It is such a cute book, and if you guys are looking for like a really nice summertime book, I definitely recommend Happy Place. It was literally the perfect book to get me into the mood for summer. Also, Happy Place, like the banter between the characters and just the way that the book is written reminds me a lot of like Lorelai Gilmore. The whole book was Lorelai Gilmore coded, or Gilmore Girls coded, you know what I mean? The characters, they were awesome. The way it was written, I've never read an Emily Henry book before. I do have Beach Read and also People We Meet on Vacation that I'm bringing on vacation with me to Hawaii, and by the time you guys are watching this, I'll already be in Hawaii reading those books, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed Happy Place, so I highly recommend reading it. I gave that book 4 stars as well. The next book that I read, It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is the second book in the It Ends With Us series. series, and to be quite honest, the book was just so bland. It really could have just not existed and we would have been fine, to be quite honest. I think the one thing that like really annoyed me about this second book, the way that she wrote Lily and Ryle's character and like their interactions together, and like with all the abuse, I was really hoping that Ryle would have to like, you know, be held accountable for his actions of literally abusing Lily, but Colleen did not make him accountable for his actions. I really don't like that, because I feel like it sends a message to young girls or young guys or just anybody in general who's going through a domestic violence situation to like not talk about it and like not seek justice. And like, yes, I do understand that being a criminal justice major, I know like the statistics of cases like that, but I don't like how such a big author didn't at least like try to attempt to write like a holding accountable scene for this character. And it really bothered me. The characters also really bothered me, to be quite honest. It felt like there were like really no character developments for like any of the characters. The one thing I did like about this book though is how it was kind of centered around Atlas's story instead of Lily's. With that said, I didn't give this book a very high rating. I think I gave it 2 stars just because, like I said earlier, I just feel like it was so bland and we could have done without it, to be quite honest. We could have just left it at It Ends With Us and that's it. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't like it that much, but the next book I read is As Good As Dead by Holly Jackson. Oh my god, this book had my jaw on the fucking floor. Let me first and foremost, the rating I gave As Good As Dead by Holly Jackson, I gave it 5 stars. I also give the whole entire series, the whole entire Good Girls Guide to Murder series, a 5-star. Highly recommend you guys read the Good Girls Guide to Murder series if you are into murder mysteries. Any book that you read out of this entire video, the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. The last book in the series like really ties the whole entire series together. Also, the twist, to anybody who's read this book, what? It was amazing. I loved it. I was like halfway through reading the book and then I got to like the plot twist like middle of the way through the book. The plot twist happens in the middle of the fucking book. Like we're at like 250 pages in and the big plot twist happened and I'm like, we still got like 200 pages left. What's gonna happen in those 200 pages? I digress. It was so good. Highly recommend you guys read it. It was just amazing. I love how it tied everything together. All right, the last book that I read for the month of June, The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. I finally finished the whole entire off-campus series, not including the Brighter You series because I still have 2 books left in that, but I digress. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad I finished it just because they were such like core memory books for me, but it was just so good. It was so cute. This last book in the series has all 4 of the couples in it, and it has like, it's pretty much like a novella. I would describe this book as like a novella. There really wasn't, like there was new information with the characters and their relationships in this book, but it was more of just like a final wrap up of like where they are and where they're going. I honestly think that Logan and Grace were my favorite like little story in this. I don't know why, but their story was just really cute. And I also liked, obviously, Hannah and Garrett's story as well. I gave this one, I think, 3.5 stars. Anyways, those are all the books that I've read recently. I know that it's not many, but again, like I said earlier, I've been going through like a 6-month-long reading slump, and I finally feel like I'm like out of my reading slump, and I'm finally reading more. Yeah, definitely expect more reading vlogs, more TBR videos. And like I said earlier, if you guys are interested in signing up for Book of the Month, I will have all their information in the description box below, so you guys can check them out. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a like and comment down below any books that you've read recently. Anyways, I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always had my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got 2 good shoulders to cry.